Welcome to Midnight Girl Talk, the show that should be recorded at midnight, but isn't. I'm Puppy Girl.
I'm Midnight Rain.
And I'm Purple Moon.
And today we have our lovely guest.
Hello, I'm Mel. It's a pleasure being here with you guys.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
It's great to have you.
Thank you.
So, Mel, tell us about yourself.
Well, where to begin? Other than, being an absolute tease.
Whoa.
Wait, you're a tease? What the fuck?
Just a bit.
What do you tease?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
What do I not tease?
We might have to get into that.
Yeah, who do you not tease? Like, do we have a list of the...
Well, you see, I'm pansexual, so...
Okay. Yeah.
There's
You got a lot of that
no
around
one
here.
I don't tease.
Yeah, you're feeding right into our little world over here.
Yeah.
I clearly am feeding into that world with the laugh and the voice.
Yeah.
But I would have never have guessed that, honestly.
Just a bit.
That's crazy. So Mel, what are you into? Sexually, specifically, actually.
Well,
you got to ask your certain question though first. Or puppy. God damn it,
Oh
sorry.
my god. I'm sorry that I have to ask you this. It's actually really controversial. I'm embarrassed that I have to ask, honestly.
Oh Lord, what do you have to ask?
Do you like sex?
Do fish swim?
Why? I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Wow.
And follow up to that, are you likely to drown me if you sit on my face? The answer to that question is yes.
What a lovely death,
Why,
right?
I would never.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So now let's go back to the other question.
All right. What are you into?
Maybe it might be easier to ask the question of what are you not into?
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was a slight internet issue.
I'm glad that was the issue.
Yeah.
And not anything else.
Oh no, don't worry. You can't scare me off that easily.
Oh, fuck.
Sounds like a challenge.
Is that a challenge?
I beat you to it. Mahaha.
You're very well. You can always try.
I actually can't try my mom. Is your internet good?
Yeah, internet's good now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, back.
Poggers.
She chokes.
And listen. Okay, I would never choke.
Oh, okay. Good to
That
know.
was a
I'll give you
cough.
something
Good
to
to know.
choke on.
Unrelated. It's not on purpose, I swear.
Oh, that's what they all say.
You good over there, sweetie?
I'm doing great. I'm doing lovely.
All right.
Talking about
So,
Okay.
what are you into?
Let's
Or if it's
see.
easier to ask, what are you not into?
See, that is a difficult question both ways around. My biggest two, though, are primal play and rigging.
Of what you'd like
Those
to
are
do.
fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And also, of course, without having to really say it, DDLG as well.
Okay.
Understandable.
It's just what I'm good at.
How did you discover that?
Do you want the story that I can actually tell, or you want me to tell the story that,
You can tell us whatever story you want to tell us.
If
No
there's-
limits.
Yeah, there's no
So-
limits. If there's just something that you don't want to go out there, you just gotta let us know and we'll delete it.
So, for legal reasons, I must say that I got into BDSM at 18.
Okay, that's fair.
But,
Oh no.
That was fast.
yeah, was something I was always sort of interested in. Didn't start off as a dom, though, surprisingly.
That's understandable.
Yeah, no, one day, the girl I was dating put a collar on me, said I was hers, and the rest was history.
Nice.
That's fair. It happens.
Yeah, you would know.
Yeah,
What? I would never, okay? I would do it like third hand, okay?
yeah, I
Experts
was-
are telling me.
Yeah, though she had me as the subbiest dom to ever dom, because as she would have a collar on me and a leash and all that, whenever we were having sex, she would have me. Well, she would call me different things like daddy and master and shit like that while
So
tugging
That's
my collar.
interesting.
that is
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so.
That's kind of interesting.
That's almost like an ultimate switch.
Oh, yeah. And the names and titles did something for me. I looked more into the lifestyle, and here I am now.
Understandable.
Very nice.
Though,
Sounds like fun.
though I really didn't get into rope work until I was 20, when when the girl I was dating then, she had a set of rope and taught me how to do a lot of the ties that I know.
Okay, interesting.
Because she enjoyed being tied up. She ended up
Yeah.
being my guinea pig and my, not dummy, my
Mannequin or something?
yeah, mannequin. And I enjoyed doing the rope work. I enjoyed how it always looked, and I loved restraining people.
Interesting.
I may have some questions for you another
Yes,
time.
me too.
On a separate matter.
Oh, I can-
on something completely unrelated.
I can answer as many questions as you want me to.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, in total, I've been in the lifestyle for about 9 years. No,
Wow.
8,
That's
8 or 9
that's
years.
still a long time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Those
Yeah.
aren't exactly
Like I s-
rookie numbers.
Yeah, like I said, for legal reasons, 8 or 9 years, but probably closer to like 10 or 11.
Wow.
Okay, that is
That's some
a
time
little
spent.
bit longer than me.
Yeah, just a little bit longer than you. There's a lot.
Chill.
There's a lot of
And
things
I'm
that are a
still-
little bit longer than you.
I still listen.
And I'm still learning every day.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go further down the list of questions.
So next one we generally ask, how was sex education for you?
Oh, sex education was abysmal for me. Growing up in Texas, it was
Did you
abstinence is
have
key.
any? Oh, you actually got sex ed? I'm impressed. Okay, that's better than mine. Somehow.
Yeah, no, it was very much so. Hey, don't have sex, or you're going to get all these diseases or get someone pregnant, and you don't want to do that at like 15.
So try to
And
scare you.
but thing is, rather than being scared of that, what I did
Oh
was
no.
instead, I capitalized on that bit of fear and decided to sell condoms in middle school when that was when they were truly fear mongering STDs and such.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually kind of happy and proud of that because at least somebody was looking out for some other people.
Oh yeah, no, I would go to Costco and pick up like I think it was 100 pack for like $30 and sell them for $1 each. So
Dear
Nice.
God.
That is 3 times like profit. That's insane.
oh yeah, no,
Pretty good.
it was great. I was a little businessman back then.
Man, I wish was that smart back then.
Amen.
On
Eh,
God.
I was too smart for
Listen,
my own
okay,
good.
I didn't know what sex was in middle school, so it's a little better than I was.
Yeah. I had an idea due to videos that were left around my house, but I was too scared because I felt like I was just too young and I didn't want to end up like my mother.
Yeah, no,
So,
I went to a faux ghetto middle school where it was a lot of not upper rich people, but like it was upper middle class. Yet everyone at the school was acting like they were from the hood or all ghetto and such, and I just capitalized on that.
Understandable.
Yeah, it was one of the many businesses I had back then.
Fuck.
Who is?
Do we no one is fucking right now, okay? Chill.
Oh, we're just talking about
Not
it.
yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not yet.
So there's an after party? Is that what we're saying?
Not on the podcast. We're not saying
I
it.
said after party.
Maybe if you ask nicely.
Only if you beg.
But I wasn't gonna say it like that.
Oh, but I was.
I'm trying my best to be quiet here, okay?
I want you to know, I could hear all of it in the recording. Fuck! I said your name. God damn it.
Alright, so you gotta re-say it the right way then.
I want you to know, Rain. I can hear it all in the recording.
Oh my.
Let's hope I didn't peek my fucking mic. Oh, I peeked my fucking mic.
Let's see. All I have to say to that is, why don't you introduce me to your neighbors?
You gotta come back to Texas.
I'm trying. I'm very much so trying. This cold is not for me.
Yeah, no thanks on
I
the
don't
cold.
blame you. Yeah, hard pass. Can I not?
I'm okay
Though I
with the
will
60s
say
and
this is very much good cuddling weather.
Ooh.
Understandable.
It'd just be different if I had somebody to cuddle.
True.
Very true, very true.
For some reason, I just hear somebody in particular's voice going, "I'm right here." I don't know where it's coming from, but I feel it.
Oh, I mean, for them, I'd have to make a flight, but that's beyond the point.
Anyways.
Yes, anyways.
Anyways.
Alright, on to the next
Anywho.
question.
Ask away.
What's your... Okay, this one is 3 questions. It's gonna be, what's your worst hookup, worst partner, and worst date?
Ooh.
You can start with any of them.
So, I'm gonna come out the gate with my worst partner. And,
Okay.
it was my last one, actually. She was actually very emotionally abusive towards me.
Oof.
And,
E.
yeah, I was in that relationship for 2 years before I finally was able to break away and go out on my own again.
That's terrible.
Oh yeah, no, it was bad. So she was jealous of everyone. Like, she was afraid I was going to leave her for several different people, but I kept having to tell her, no, I wasn't going to do that.
Hey, Mal, you cut out. We missed all of that. I'm sorry.
Well, it's a good thing I was still recording.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was, she would get jealous of any friends I had because I was pansexual, so she thought that I was going to leave her for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't ever allowed to have male friends. I wasn't allowed to have female friends. Well, I was allowed to have them, but I couldn't talk to them without her being around.
I am not a fan of that.
Oh yeah, no, it was bad. It was real bad.
Nah, fuck that shit.
But the problem was, I was afraid to leave her because I was under the impression that she was going to unalive herself if I left. And then it finally dawned on me that I am not responsible for other people's happiness. And so I left because I was not happy. It was not a healthy relationship for me. And I'm better for it.
Well, it's good you found a way out of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That kind of shit fucking sucks.
Oh yeah. No, it's yeah.
At the end of the day, you gotta take care of you.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Worst date. I think my worst date was when I was dating a girl in college. Well, not dating a girl. I went on a date with her. But apparently she had a boyfriend. And
Oh no.
yeah, and the boyfriend showed up to the coffee shop that we were at. And I had to throw up my hands and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm not trying to ruin anything here. This is a conversation between you and her. As long as everything's gonna be like civil and nobody's getting hurt, I'ma just get up and I'ma go, and y'all can deal with this."
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
that's
Yeah, and
crazy.
just wash my hands of the situation.
Understandable. Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah. And then worst hookup. I mean, I haven't really had one I haven't been able to salvage.
That's fair.
I mean, there were a few where I didn't get to finish, but that's not a problem for me. My big thing is making my partners finish.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Actually, you know what? I can think of one, and it's honestly not anyone's fault. Both me and him were having some drinks. Uh, he wanted to go down on me, and unfortunately, he lost the contents of his stomach on me.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucking awful.
yeah. Nah, poor baby. He was not okay. I had to run him a bath and everything. Like
Oh no.
I stuck by and I took care of him. Like that's the
That's
only
good.
one that I can think of that was truly bad. But again, like I don't blame him for that. We were both drinking, and yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be fair to say it was his fault for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was just a bad experience.
That sounds not fun.
No. It's a good thing I'm a master of aftercare.
Yeah, after that, yeah. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Jesus has anything to do with it.
I don't know.
Someone out there does. Someone.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Why does our show always come back to Jesus? I don't understand.
Because Jesus kept the
Why
wheel.
is Jesus the through line?
Jesus, Moses, gosh.
And Jesus loves you. That's
Oh,
why.
God. All right. Here's another very funny question that we have for you.
Fire away.
What is the craziest places that you've had sex?
Ooh, okay. So, I think the craziest place I ever had sex was I had an orgy on the Frisbee golf course of my college.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah, no,
That sounds like fun.
yeah, well, it wasn't me that orchestrated it, and I had no idea it was going to happen. Just
Okay.
a bunch of people were like, "Hey, you want to come out and have a picnic with us and like walk about the Frisbee golf course?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll join."
So by
And
picnic, they meant...
oh yeah, nah, but
I,
someone definitely was getting eaten out.
Yeah, did you pack a lunch?
And I
oh
packed
my
someone.
God.
I packed someone. Yeah.
A whole meal.
Well, I wasn't hungry afterwards.
Understandable.
Then again, I can practically live down there, so
Amen.
what can I say? I love to eat.
God, that makes one of us.
Oh, gosh.
Let's see. Other crazy places.
Eating? Who's she?
Oh, I also fucked an amusement park one time.
Okay, like on the roller coaster or
Oh?
what?
No. So I used to work for an amusement park, and so I had access to a lot of the back areas.
Oh,
And
shit.
I brought a friend back there one time, just because I could. I was bored. Well, I was bored. We were horny. Things led to one thing led to another, and yeah, I fucked in an amusement park. It was quite fun.
Sounds like it.
Oh, definitely was. It's just the thrill of nearly getting caught. That's just yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too much of a chicken shit for that. Although all that does sound really fun.
God, now I'm thinking.
Oh, what you
Did
thinking
I
about?
did I answer this question? I don't even think I. Oh no, I was like, I don't think I've done it anywhere crazy. Never mind.
Oh,
Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on.
oh, we're just moving on now, huh?
I don't know if you consider
Yeah, we're
crazy
just
being either in a car or on my mother-in-law's bed.
okay. Well, we know that one, and we know that one is in fact crazy. Yes.
But nothing crazier than that.
I mean, I wish it was my
Mm-hmm.
story, but one of my friends fucked in a church before.
I like it.
Understandable.
I really
Again, I
do.
See,
wish.
the last one, their answer was they fucked in a church parking lot. So, I'm glad that we've like moved on to like actually being in the church.
Oh yeah, no, like
I think it has a progression.
Right up on the
yeah, no.
altar, huh?
Again, I again wish that this was my story, but it's unfortunately not.
Honestly, tragic.
Very tragic.
God, mine was we did stuff like in my car, but it was like midday, like in the parking lot of a park. I think it was.
Oh,
I don't even remember where that actually ended up happening. So, anyways, that was a long time ago though. That
Hmm.
was before hormones. Damn.
Oh damn.
That was like well over 2 years ago.
Hmm.
I was gonna say because you're over 2 years on hormones now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Damn, that is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, at least a decent time ago.
Mm-hmm. Pre-titty.
Damn. Pre-titty.
BT, if you will.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Pre-titty.
On God. Weren't those the days?
The
Oh
dark
my God. I
the
had
dark
to
days.
run like 2 or 3 blocks today, and I was like wearing like just a hoodie, no bra. I ow. Anyways.
Poor puppy.
Poor pup.
Mm-hmm.
Poor thing.
On God.
I'm trying to think if there's any other places, but nothing real crazy off the top of my head.
I guess we didn't actually say. What do you have any hard limits?
Other than the usual suspects of scat and gore.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much a universal thing for the most part we've found.
Yeah.
Have you
On
ever
the
had
fence.
anybody try to hit those limits on you?
No.
Okay.
A limit used to be water sports, but it's not a hard limit anymore.
Okay.
It's not something I'm necessarily into, but I also learned that I'm not as opposed to it as I once thought I was.
Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what you mean by water sports. I might be a little behind in
Oh,
that one.
that's water sports is like piss play and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. And I think this fell under the fact that it was a degradation thing for one of my partners that I was actually okay with doing once like I actually sat down and thought about it. And like
Okay.
it's more of
Okay.
a I'm okay to do it, but I won't go out of my way to do it, you know?
Interesting.
What else? What other questions do we have?
I'm an open book. You can ask whatever.
That's too many options. What the fuck?
Have you ever been to Olive Garden? Ha ha.
Yeah. Do you ever go to Olive Garden?
Not for a while.
But you have been there, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Have you fucked in the bathroom there, in the parking lot, or anything like that?
No. But
Okay.
that is a good intro into another one of my stories.
Oh, okay.
Where
Please do share.
yeah, where I was a bull for a couple.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I was a breeding bull for a couple because the dude was into cucking.
Okay.
And, wow, when I truly think about it, a lot of my stories are from college.
Oh, that's when you're supposed to
understandable.
experiment with most things.
There's a time and
Yeah,
place
fair
for
enough.
everything. It's called
Fair
college.
enough, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, no, I met this
God,
couple.
I wish I've done more in college. I ain't done shit. Anyways.
College
Yeah,
ain't
no,
over yet.
I met this couple when I was 21, I want to say. I don't remember where I met them, but actually no, I think I met the wife on campus because I think she was trying to just finish out the last of her credits for a degree or something. And
Okay.
she knew me from, trying to remember. I think it was she knew me from a BDSM seminar that I did for a sex positive club.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
may
don't
have
know
more
any of
questions about
those.
that.
That sounds based.
Yeah, no, it was more just a club that was to like teach, like proper consent and like how to just normal shit like how not to be, a piece of shit. And
Okay.
yeah, and
We
the
need more of that in the world.
BDSM
Based.
yeah, and the BDSM thing that I was teaching them was communication and a lot of the gateway stuff into it of like this is this is where you can start and this is how you properly go about things. And
Not to derail from the story, but we might want to go into some of those at some point.
oh
Yes.
yeah, I
Just
am
because, yeah.
That's all
I'm
about what
more
this
than happy.
podcast is about.
I am more than happy to
Mm-hmm.
go into all that. Yeah, she came to me after and like wanted to like take me to dinner with her husband and such, and I was like, hey, free food, okay.
That was the sell was,
No,
oh, free food.
no,
Okay.
hey, I was a poor college student. Well, I mean, I
I,
didn't
I don't blame you.
I didn't go into it thinking, oh yeah, free food, but like I wasn't going to turn her down if she decided to pay for me. Like that was yeah.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
The things that we do in college.
yeah,
Hey,
Can't
20
starve.
bucks is 20 bucks.
exactly. Like another little side tangent. Like my college had a thing called dollar hot food at like 7 p.m. and that was when they were closing down the cafeteria in the lounge, and they had to get rid of all the food that they had made, so they would sell it all for $1.
Nice.
And that's the busiest part of the night.
Exactly. Anyway, her and her husband, basically pitched me the idea of, hey, he's the one that brought it up. He was like, hey, you want to have sex with my wife while I watch? And I was like, never done that before, but mm, I'm not opposed to it. Your wife is quite attractive. Like I'd be into it. I don't remember all the details of the conversation, but like it was like that's good. That's good enough for us. You wanna just go back to our place and hit it off? And I was like, fuck yeah, because
God
you know
damn.
yeah, because I was a horny college student. So
Young, dumb, full of cum.
exactly.
We'll have to
So
we have to sign paperwork that says you can't beat my ass because I'm better than you. Just saying.
oh no, he got off on the humiliation of her being with other men that were either bigger or better at him than sex.
God damn.
Yeah, so yeah, nah, he was enjoying every second of me making his wife scream.
Interesting.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, nah, In fact, I constantly make a joke now that am snipped that I could possibly have a kid out there that I don't know about.
That's a scary thought sometimes.
Eh,
I'm glad I'm not on the male end of that because, yeah, that would be really scary.
it's not that scary. And if a kid
Yeah.
were to like come out the woodworks like, "Hey, you're my
See,
dad,"
personally, I know
I'd be
for
like,
a
"Okay,
fact
cool.
that
Let's I'll fucking spend time with you, kid." But nah, they were a well-off couple, like, so I doubt that any kid is gonna like come to me like, "Hey, you're my dad."
You remember that one
But
time when you fucked my mom and my dad watched? Well, hey, Papa.
oh my god, no, but that would only be if the parents are weird enough to tell their child the story of their child's conception. Okay?
Well, it tends to
yeah,
happen a
that's
lot
what I
more than we
said.
want.
Listen, just because it happened to me doesn't mean it happens to most people, okay?
Yeah, plus they
No,
don't
man.
have my information anymore, so like I'm not sure if they could find me anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Was
god.
it the DNA test results or Ancestry.com or whatever it is, and they all of a sudden you get matched?
Oh,
Just don't
I
take the
went on
test.
Ancestry.com and I found out that I am part West Indian. I don't know where that came from. Both my parents are Hispanic.
Probably West India, that would be my guess. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I came out to my parents as trans and they told me the story of my conception, by the way.
Oh
That's where
boy.
that joke came from.
Oh
That is
boy.
the
Yeah.
oddest reaction to telling
Oh
your
boy.
parents that you're trans.
It wasn't one and then the other, but it was like one and then like a week later the other, you know? And it's like, I don't need to know this story. I'm good.
It's like, how does this help me?
And then they told my
It wasn't what
younger
now?
sister a while later the story of her conception, except I was in the room for that one. So I know more
Hang on, so
more than yeah.
when you
that's
say
not
you were in the
fair.
room for that one, you were in the room for them telling the story, or you were in the room while she was conceived?
I'm hoping the
Uh,
story.
the first one, I know the story. Okay, yeah.
Yikes.
I am glad I don't know any stories of that like that from me.
I don't.
Wait, you don't want to know how you were conceived?
I do not want to know how I was
What?
conceived. Please no. God's no.
It's bad enough knowing that my parents were ever together. I don't want to know how I was conceived. Ugh.
I'm a honeymoon baby.
Yeah, no. So even if I turn around and want a kid later on in life, I can always adopt because I know that the adoption system is not good, so I want to pull as many kids from that as possible, even if it
That's wonderful.
is just one or two.
Yeah, that's what we said. If we decided we want another one, then we would adopt.
Preferably a little gay kid or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
somebody
no,
from the
like
LGBT
most
that-
likely I would adopt either within the ages of like 10 and 14 probably.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit older. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. But
Yeah.
honestly, that old only because they're often the kids that are looked over. Because everyone wants a little baby
newborn
or a
baby,
toddler or
No, I don't
or
miss the baby
someone
stage.
smaller
I
like
don't miss
that.
the toddler stage. One bit. No.
Well, me, I'm more, yeah, I want to spend time with the kid, but I also want the kid to know how to be able to take care of themselves. So that I don't have to, get a babysitter every time I want to go out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I want them at an age where, they can remember the stuff that I take them to go do.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
my parents took me to Legoland when I was 3, and I don't have a single memory of that.
Oh, we did that too. Was fairly young. Our son was fairly young, but I think at some point we would end up going back when he gets a little bit older, so he does have the memory as well by then too.
When we took our daughter to Disney World, I mean,
When she
when
was
she was like
5.
5, I think she remembers it, but I don't know.
One day we'll go back.
Oh God, Disney World is so good.
All right, so I have another question.
I might
It's
have an
completely
answer.
unrelated. So, you've been in the world for a while.
Yeah.
Where do you find your partners? Like, how do you find them? Or is it just a, hey, I like you and this is the world I'm into, let me bring you into it?
So, a lot of my partners are actually, a lot of my partners have actually been my friends beforehand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm demi-romantic, so I I get romantically attracted to people that I am emotionally close to. So oftentimes it's, hey, I'm vibing with you, and we've been vibing for a while. You want to try going out and seeing where we go from there?
Hmm.
And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually still friends with quite a few of my exes because we just were mature enough to realize, okay,
This ain't
th-
gonna work.
this isn't working as a romantic relationship, but we're still very good friends. Let's just backtrack and become good friends again. Yeah, no, I could actually probably scroll through my friends list on Discord and pull up like 5 people that I've dated.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right, so
I haven't fucking. I haven't dated like 5 people. I don't know. I guess I have dated like 5 people.
at once?
Not at once. No, only 3 at once. Okay, 3 is the max.
Just picking on you. Um,
I
so
think
Or 3 is okay. To be fair, 3 isn't like the 3 is how the max that I've had so far, not like going forward. Okay, maybe more in the future, but like not right now, not right now.
the most I think I've ever dated was 4 people at one time.
oh wow.
Yeah,
We were a good old polycule.
understandable. I listen, Rain. All I'm saying is if liked me back, I wouldn't say no.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna keep this in the recording and then let her know about the?
No, no, I will not.
Ooh,
I will not.
ooh.
I'm just gonna beep it out. It'll be just a really long beep. I really like introducing her to people like that, though, like saying her full title.
That's funny.
It is. It
Damn.
sucks though, because when you Google her name, the fourth result down is her name, girlfriend,
Ooh.
and then you click that, and then she does have a girlfriend.
Oh,
It's like, fuck.
fair enough. Fair
Ah,
enough.
fuck.
Damn.
It's like, yeah, she's a lesbian.
But
On God. Oh, she's in one of my classes. This isn't like a celebrity crush.
oh,
I know her, and she told me to
Ooh.
look up an article. Yeah,
ooh,
she told me to look up an article that she wrote. She came up to me. Anyways, but other than that, No, I'm good with the 3 partners I have right now.
All right.
No,
So,
that's fair. It's a lot to date multiple
To
people like that.
manage, yeah.
But it's
We don't all date each other. I feel like that's one of the things that helps is it being like 3 separate relationships.
see that's one way to go about it. You can also do one where everyone is dating each other as
Dating
well.
each other, yeah. It just feels like a lot though.
Well, I can
It feels like
say,
it becomes exponentially more complicated.
it just
well,
depends on the dynamic.
as long as you have good communication, and like you basically lay everything to bear, like
Yeah,
you'll do fine. Uh,
for
the
sure, for sure.
the problem with relationships like that often stem from the fact that someone isn't being 100% honest with their feelings and letting everyone know what's going on. So
Yeah,
so one person may feel like jealous because they think their partners have favorites, but
mm-hmm.
they keep that them to themselves and bottle that up, and it comes to a head sometimes and ends up ruining the entire relationship, all because you didn't communicate your fears.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now, next thought for you though, when this is all coming from your friend group and everything apparently. Um, how do you broach the subject of bringing this stuff up with them? Like if it's somebody that doesn't really know how you get down.
So I make
That
it a point.
implies that he has friends that aren't kinky, first of all.
So I make it a point to be an open book about a lot of things.
Okay.
So so if it's a friend group that I'm comfortable with and we've like talked about like our love and sex lives, I'll bring it up, and if they have questions, I'll answer them, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I I like to be an encyclopedia of information for people sometimes. And oftentimes it's that bit of information that I give them that makes them realize, oh, I might be into that. And then that's when I send them towards, taking like a BDSM test and such, and seeing what the results are, and then explaining those results to them. Like, explaining why well, not quite why they got the results they got, but more if I see,
What it means or like what they might be interested
yeah,
in or
yeah,
okay.
like one of my friends, who, like, as far as I know, was like vanilla as vanilla as all hell. Um,
Mhm.
like, had no idea about anything in the style really. They took the test and they came up as a rigger, and I had to explain to them what exactly a rigger was, and they were like 80% that, and then like 50% rope bunny, and I had to explain those to them, and they're like, I mean, I never done it, but that does sound interesting. Like, I'm not opposed to the idea.
That's always good.
And then that leads into, so I own several feet of rope that I can just pull out and tie people up, and it doesn't have to be a sexual thing either. It can just be a, here, let me demonstrate these ties on you and see how you feel from there.
I'll volunteer.
And so
Mhm.
I'm always taking volunteers. But yeah, I put them in a harness, and they're like, you know, I don't hate this. I'm not opposed to this. And there we go. We have somebody else that now is in the community, sort of. At least dipping their toes in.
Right.
And
Yeah, for sure.
whether or not they want to continue on that path is up to them. And I'm just here as a guide for them if they want to go further, if they have any questions at all that they want to pose to me. And I pride myself on teaching people these things.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's something
that's
that's,
understandable.
yeah, a lot of it's something like at the beginning you know nothing about, so you're just jumping in, and at some point you're going to get hurt.
Oh yeah, no. There's a reason why a lot of these are like at risk kinks. Like
Yeah.
rigging's an at risk kink. Impact play is an at risk kink. Got your knife play and your gun play and all that. Those are at risk. CNC at risk.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, no, those are all things that people can and will get hurt with, and you just need to know not to. You need to
How to go
know.
about not hurting people?
Well, yes, how to go about not hurting people, but more more importantly, you need to learn the safety and not to overreact. That's what it is. Overreact. You don't want to overreact to a situation. You can have somebody bound in rope and suspended, and God forbid something goes wrong and like their airway gets cut off. If you overreact and panic, you're more likely to hurt them more than you will help them in that situation. So you have to keep a calm, cool head. But yeah, it's the reason why I also take great pride in teaching this safety.
Mm-hmm.
Like me as a rigger, I will never tie someone up if I don't have a pair of scissors, knives, or safety shears nearby. I refuse
Yeah,
to
it's
tie
the
someone
just
up
in
if I don't
case
have those.
factor.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. Even though I've been tying people up for 5 plus years, 6, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
but you
think
never know when
6.
you get that one person that's claustrophobic and just
Oh
starts
yeah,
freaking out for no reason.
oh yeah, and that's why you start off small and then start growing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because oftentimes you don't realize that you have these fears until they're put in front of you.
Right.
Like, I have a friend that actually learned from me tying them up that they don't like being restrained. And well, they don't like being fully restrained. So like if they're tied up, their their hands can be tied, but if you tie their hands, like you cannot restrain their ankles. Or if you restrain their ankles, you cannot restrain their hands. Like, or else if you do
Okay.
both, they'll panic.
Kind of makes sense to me.
And due to that panic and such, it's also why I'm glad that I have verbal and nonverbal safe words. So that no matter what the situation, you can always tell me that you've had enough and that you need me to stop the scene.
And I'm assuming that the verbal is always going to be different depending on who they are, like who the person is, or do you
Oh
tend
yeah.
to just use the same thing for everybody?
So I have the baseline, which is, of course, the light system, where
Right.
red is stop, yellow means slow down, and green is you're all good. if we discuss it, you can have your own set of safe words. But of course, the light system will always be there for if you, in the middle of your scene, forget your safe word. Yeah, and then
I think
for
for me it would be
nonverbals,
easier to do colors,
yeah,
but that's just me.
yeah, and then for nonverbals, it's as simple as tapping me and like, hey, like a three tap is stop. Double tap for me is a slow down. I'm trying to remember them all that I have, but there's a few, and
Okay.
usually I'll go over
Do you
them
have
with.
nonverbal ones that aren't like top related?
Uh,
Because I'm sure like that works a lot of the time, but I don't know if in like all situations. So I was wondering if you had like
yeah, I have several different ones. Like I said, I can't think of them all right now. I have them written down somewhere, but
okay.
yeah, I do have the basic taps. I have different hand signals, whether uh, different things that you can do with your body. Like there's so many that you can set up, but the biggest takeaway for it is you just have to discuss these things with your partner ahead of time.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
like it is the reason why pre-scenes are so important in the BDSM community. I say pre-scenes only because I
Um.
don't remember the actual terminology for it off the top of my head. But it's
Okay.
basically just
Would you want
having
to
a
go into
conversation.
what that would kind of look like? I
So,
guess.
so, like the conversation ahead of time, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it would simply just be me sitting down with you either earlier that day or, well, yeah, typically earlier that day, like within like the hour before doing anything with you. We'll like go over and talk and discuss what do you want from me during the scene, what what your safe words will be, what we will be doing during the scene, different things like that, just so that
Okay. You kind of know what's going on when you actually get there.
yeah, and
And you don't have to
see.
worry about
Okay.
pushing boundaries too far or,
Oh yeah, and the thing is, talks like that are majorly important, especially if you're getting into CNC and stuff like that,
Yeah, I could
because
imagine.
because
For our
so,
listeners, would you want to? I don't know. I don't think we've ever talked about CNC on our show. So if you would like to kind of. I can give a brief explanation if you don't want to, but
so
kind of like a
CNC
brief
is
explanation.
so CNC, for those that don't know, is short for consensual non-consent, and that goes into there's an umbrella that a lot of things are under for that. You got your sleep play, you got your drug play, your coercion, you got of course, trigger warning for anyone. You got your rape play, and that, and oftentimes the reason for that is those that have been sexually assaulted often end up getting into that aspect of BDSM because it is a way of them being able to control what happened to them and use it as a coping mechanism of sorts, as a way to
Mm-hmm.
say it's well it, they use it sometimes as a way to take back their sex life, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could get that.
Of course, it's not for everyone, and it can very badly trigger some people, but yeah, it's a very slippery slope, and it is where safe words and conversations and communication definitely need definitely need to be had.
Yeah, I can imagine that it's like extremely important for that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, and aftercare is incredibly important after those for both.
Also, that yes.
Yeah, for both sides. Like it's not something that's really talked about, but there is such thing as dom drop.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard of that. That sounds fucking
Yeah, nah, it's
yeah.
like, and sometimes dom drop can be worse than sub drops in a way, because sometimes the dom will
Would you
just sit.
want to? We also haven't talked about this.
Mm,
Would you like to give a short explanation of kind of what sub drop and dom drop are
so
for our listeners?
so when you're doing these scenes, there's a high sense of euphoria that you have, and the drop is when that euphoria leaves, you're left feeling either depressed, used, or just all around yucky afterwards. And the aftercare is supposed to help mitigate that and help you know that you are still very much so loved, that you are cared for, and all that. Like, yeah, it's the reason why aftercare is so very important. And the thing is, aftercare isn't just for BDSM either. Like, you should honestly give aftercare after any
Just
sort
any
of
sex in
sex that
general.
happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that nobody is feeling used and such.
God, I'm reminded of Moses' stories.
Oh Lord.
um, yeah. Oh. In episode 2, we talked with my friend who goes by Moses, and she talked about her encounters with men just through like hookups and stuff like that, where they would finish like ungodly quickly, and then leave immediately. And she did not handle that well, understandably. Fuck that shit. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely drop right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and like you don't have
And
to.
then she did nothing with no one for around a year now, I believe, which is understandable
Oh yeah, no, that's
because
very
fuck
much so
that shit.
understandable. Yeah, and the thing is, you don't have to make a big show of aftercare either. It can be as simple as just laying there and cuddling.
Mm-hmm.
Like laying there cuddling, turning on a show and just watching it, or just even falling asleep together. That's it can be as simple as that. Me, what I like to do is I like to run baths or showers for my partners, maybe cook them something to eat, then cuddle and watch TV with them, or even like,
Personally, I like baths.
or even order their favorite snacks through like Postmates or such, or even
Yo,
or even just say,
hey,
hey, let's go to the store
okay,
and pick up your favorite things and come back and we'll.
on God, I'm sorry.
Nah,
Having some issues over there, puppy.
I am having no issues. Okay, I was gonna make a Domino's joke, but uh, My girlfriend currently works at Domino's. So I've had a lot of their pizza, and I do enjoy it. It is kind of a go-to. I was like, oh, you could just like get Domino's after that, and then I remembered that my main girlfriend doesn't like Domino's because she works there. Anyway,
You grow out of that after a while. I worked there for 15 years. You figure it out eventually.
And the biggest takeaway
yeah, you
is
gotta tell her that.
the biggest takeaway is you just got to do something. You can't just leave your partner there.
You can't just leave.
You can't.
So, hey, I got mine. Did you get yours? All right, bye.
On God, she was like, they lasted like
See,
a
it's
minute, like
never been a
30
question
seconds,
of,
and then they
oh,
fucking
did you
left.
get
And it's
yours?
like that, her explaining that experience to me is completely different from like anything that I had experienced, even in like hookup stuff. Like, that's insane. Anyway, but also like my experiences were a little different than hers.
Mm.
Anyways,
I need to come up with a sex ed related pun for the fucking podcast title. Anyways, I'm already thinking that for
Texas strikes again.
Sure.
On God, it'll be topical. It won't be topical by the time this episode releases.
After Tuesday's election
Yeah.
results, sex ed is sure to keep failing.
Damn.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here for all of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I got literally no sex ed. Like, you were like, yeah, we did abstinence only. We didn't talk about the sexual organs or what their purpose was in the body. Like, we skipped over that in health class. It wasn't even like, this is a penis, this is a vagina.
See,
Like,
we had to get sent home with a permission slip that said, "Hey, we're going to be talking about this in school. Do you want your child to hear about it?" And the parents would sign on and be like, "Yeah, I want to get my child to know," or "No, hell no, I don't want my child to know about this."
We had that, but still no real actual discussion as to what was what.
we didn't even have that. We, like, ours was so non-existent. We didn't even need those fucking waivers.
Damn.
I was jealous of the movies because I remember in the movies they would take bananas and try to put a condom on it. And then they actually had conversations and the laughing and the giggling because they were trying to figure out how to put it on. And I remember watching that and going, I didn't get anything like that.
Oh,
Where the
yeah,
hell
no,
was my banana?
Yeah, no, that's not in Texas
On
schools.
God.
That's not in Southern schools.
Definitely not.
I can't go to sex ed. My mom said no.
Like, that's like, oh, I went to school in California, or I went to school in New York.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there are some other places where you might get some of that, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's insane how bad it is in Texas. I don't know how it is like other places, but fuck. Haha, fuck. Haha, good sex ed. Haha.
It just doesn't help that we all are from Texas and this is where we get most of our information from.
Yeah.
On God.
Our last guest was from Pennsylvania, and it's...
No, wasn't it Washington?
What, were they in what? I don't... It was one of those...
No, it was Montana. It was Montana.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was... They were from Montana.
Oh. But, yeah, that was more of the same, really. It was, go and research all these diseases.
He ended up missing it.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Oh, I think you're thinking of... I think you're thinking of Kiernan.
Yeah. Wasn't that the last one we did?
No, the last one...
Oh.
Oh, fuck. No, the last one was Artichoke.
Oh, gosh.
You don't remember that?
Time, it just...
Time, who's she? I don't know her.
I don't know her either.
You got any? Were there any other funny sex ed topics that we were gonna talk about? I think I said, hey, can we come back to that later? But I don't remember what it was about.
That or we need to have like a whole separate show of just like introductions and how to start this and things that you might need to know. That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean, I can compile notes for
Oh,
that if you
fuck.
guys
Should
want to
we
have
do
me back
two
on.
episodes in a row with... Should we just record 2 episodes in a row? Oh, shit.
That are
I don't want to hold y'all that long. However, if you could, we're trying to record as many episodes as we can, especially because Thanksgiving break is coming up.
that is true.
No, I can
dude, this
compile
is
some
just
notes.
Okay.
like this is just an educational program.
I mean, it is. It's about sex, but like knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we decided to do all this, is so it wouldn't be a subject that everybody's like, oh, you can't talk about that. Well, we do need to talk about it because people are doing it, and a lot of people are doing it wrong or don't have enough information because nobody's wanted to talk about
Or
it.
have the wrong
Oh
idea
yeah,
of what
no,
right
it's
looks like.
there's a reason why there's the terminology of fake doms and fake subs.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my god.
I
You ever been on VR chat?
unfortunately, the reason why it sparked my attention is because of 50 Shades of Grey. But I do know a lot of the things that were
Oh,
involved are not correct, but it still was enough to spark something in my head and go, actually, that looks like a lot of fun.
I absolutely hate 50 Shades of Grey.
A lot of
Heard that a
people,
lot from the community.
but yeah, from the community,
My
a
Yeah,
lot of people
experience with
don't like it.
50 Shades of Grey is as a parting gift for one of my friends who's going to move to another state. I bought the second book in the trilogy in Spanish from Goodwill and gave it to him.
yeah, nah,
He didn't speak Spanish.
yeah, nah, I believe it was either in the first book or the second one where Grey just completely disregards the fact that she said a safe word and keeps going
First one.
because because I believe it was she said a safe word from a previous session, but it wasn't the safe word for that session.
Oh no, I think you're right. That was the second movie, I believe, or second book. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
That's
remember thinking
fucked.
that too, going, "Hey, she said something."
yeah, she
That's
said the
why I think it
safe
should be
word,
the
but he
same
is
thing.
still going.
That ain't it, Chief.
Yeah,
But I don't remember if it's that one or when he punishes her and she's like, all right, we're done. So I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's been a while.
I don't think I watched the movies that closely.
actually, not only did he not listen to the safe word, but I think he tried to punish her for using the safe word.
I don't remember.
Oh, that would be even more fucked. I haven't gone through these, but I need to pick up a couple copies in Spanish and brush up on
Yeah, nah,
brush up on my Spanish.
I looked at them like forever ago, and I was like, no, this is not it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least I had the decency to go, a lot of that's probably not real, but it does seem fairly interesting.
Yeah, but also the fact that it's out there and people are looking at it as like an intro into BDSM, or looking at it as, oh, this is what BDSM is. That's dangerous, very dangerous,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
you got fake doms out here trying to assert their dominance on people that did not give them the consent to have this dominance put over them. And then on the opposite side of that, you have subs trying to get doms to dominate them when the dom did not agree to do such.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. There's just so much that has gone wrong. And I think I could be completely wrong. And if somebody hears this and they they understand that this is wrong. I think the author even said, "This is from my perspective of it," because I think she
Yeah,
even said at some point that it became too much
yeah,
for a lot of people, and they started taking it like that was the book, that was the way. And she's like, "No, no, no, no. This is what I took from the little bit that I looked up and what I was interested in, and I just
yeah,
happened to make a lot of money because of it."
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, originally it was also a Twilight fan fiction
Oh yeah, yeah. I
that was
remember that.
published online for yeah.
Wasn't it on
Um
like 403
so
or something like that, or was it Wattpad?
it might have uh I think it was on Archive of Our Own.
Mm,
I think I could be wrong on that. It was on a site like that. I think maybe
man,
that is AO3. I remembered that, yeah. But anyways,
man, that reminds me of
and then
another
she
scene.
got
Like,
really pissed at people that were writing fan fiction about her work, and it was like, I don't know how you can do that, but okay, honey.
yeah, no, I actually remembered another terrible scene from there.
Oh no, enlighten us.
Yeah, where I believe Gray pulled out her tampon, her used tampon, and then started fucking her while she was on her period or something like that. Like he pulled up. Like I don't I think that was in there. That I remember something else.
But like, I assume, was she or was she not chill with that?
She
Like,
was not chill with that whatsoever.
that's not good.
No, no, it's
I
not.
feel like that's what it comes down to at the end, you know, like, oh,
Yeah, I think
if she were chill with that, but like,
yeah, I think it boiled down to her being like, "Hey, no, I'm on my period right now. I can't." And he's like, "No."
mhm.
I don't like.
Oh,
Or
excuse
like
me.
getting her drunk before signing her subcontract.
Oh yeah, that
That
was
was like, I know
fucked.
that happened.
That was
No,
fucked.
no, ma'am.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
don't
no,
like
no,
it.
no.
Mm-mm. I know too much about that franchise, considering I've never read or watched any of it.
I've never actually, I've
Anyways,
never actually written somebody a subcontract before.
that's fair. I haven't signed one, but I've known uh I've known people that have.
Then again, I'm more of a soft dom anyway, rather than a full controlling dom.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
So I've never had a reason to sign up a contract like that.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, it feels like that's more of a master slave dynamic thing, but I assume there's subcontracts for other dynamics
I'm,
too that
I'm,
are a thing. But it feels like that's the only thing that I've seen it for.
yeah. But I feel like
It might
master,
be the thing in 50.
I feel like master slave, and then master pet or owner and pet.
I haven't seen it that much for pet play stuff in my experience, but I also haven't found that many people that are actually into pet play,
I'm
especially that are very into pet play.
See, I'm into it, but I've never had a partner that was also as into it.
That's fair. I am more into it than I should be. Um, if you couldn't tell.
Maybe just a little.
Yeah. everyone that I meet, it like is like, oh wow, it's so cute that you're into puppy play, but like I'm not into it. It's like, okay.
Poor puppy.
On God.
Anyways.
Anywho,
If I'm we're into puppy play. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that was my yeah, whenever one of my partners expressed worry about me like leaving them or dating someone else or something, I was like, listen, okay, unless she is very into puppy play and is a dom, then like you're fine. um Anyways, that was a joke, okay? That's we can wish.
Like wish.com?
Anyway. Thank you for listening to the episode.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you, Mal, for coming on our episode.
of course,
Very
of
informative.
course.
Yeah, it's very informative. We enjoyed every bit of it. We might have to have you come back and talk to us some more.
We might have to have you back pretty soon.
Yes.
Because, on God, in our first episode, we were like, oh, we're all interested in BDSM stuff, but we're all kind of new to it. So we'll have to...
Educational podcast.
Oh, don't worry. Professor
Honestly.
Mal will come back and help you.
I'm here for it.
Poggers. I am also equally here for it. Audience, if you have questions, comments, concerns, if you want to be on the show, you can email us at midnightgirltalk@gmail.com. I would really appreciate it. I read all of your emails personally every single time someone sends one. I would appreciate it. I would deeply appreciate it if you would. This has been Puppy Girl, signing off until next time. I'll see y'all.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Everyone have a wonderful time.
All right, we're going to stop recording in 3, 2, 1.